Have you ever wondered if there's a secret to a long, happy, and truly meaningful life? A reason to wake up every single morning feeling energized and clear about your purpose? Well, there is. It's a Japanese concept called Ikigai, and it's all about finding your real reason for being. And to really get it, we have to start with a question that's, well, a lot harder than it sounds. So let me just ask you, who are you, really? It seems so simple, but it's an incredibly deep question. There's this story about a woman who fell into a coma, and while she was unconscious, she heard a voice ask her that very question. So she tried to answer. She said, "I'm a mother," or "I'm a teacher," "I'm a wife." But the voice just kept coming back again and again, saying, "That's what you do. That's who you're with. But who are you?" And right there, she had this huge realization that her whole life was defined by all these external roles. Her journey back to consciousness became a search for her true self, for her reason for being. And that journey, that search for a reason, that is what the Japanese call Ikigai. It's the answer to that fundamental question, and really, it's the true reason you get up in the morning. So what is Ikigai exactly? Well, to put it simply, it's your reason for being. Now, this isn't about making a ton of money or becoming super famous. No, it's something way deeper than that. It's this internal sense of purpose that really gives your life meaning. I like to think of it as this quiet little voice inside of you. And here's the thing, we all have one. The problem is, our lives are so busy and noisy that most of us have just forgotten how to listen for it. It's that feeling, that little whisper that says, yes, this is why I'm here. So how do we start listening again? Well, a really popular way to figure this out is through a framework that uses a Venn diagram, and it's all built around four simple but pretty profound questions. First things first, what do you truly love to do? I mean, what's that thing that gives you energy, instead of taking it away? This has nothing to do with what's practical or what's going to make you money. It's about what makes you feel alive. The thing you do even if nobody was watching. All right, number two, what are you naturally good at? We all have talents. Sometimes they're really obvious, like you're great with numbers or you can paint. But sometimes they're more subtle, like you're an amazing listener, or you just have a knack for making people feel comfortable. Think about it. What do people always compliment you on? Third question, what does the world need? Now hold on, this doesn't mean you have to go solve world hunger tomorrow. It's about looking right around you. Maybe your community needs more kindness. Maybe a friend just needs someone to talk to. Maybe the world needs your unique sense of humor. How can you contribute in your own way? And finally, the fourth circle, the really practical one. What can you be paid for? This is what connects your purpose to a life you can actually live. It's about finding a way for all your unique gifts to support you. Okay, so here is where it gets really interesting. Look at how these circles overlap. If you're doing what you love and what you're good at, that's your passion. But you might feel kind of useless, like it's not contributing. If you're doing what you're good at and getting paid for it, that's a profession. You're comfortable, for sure, but maybe there's a feeling of emptiness. Then there's vocation, doing what the world needs and getting paid. That's exciting, but there can be a lot of uncertainty. And finally, if you're doing what you love and what the world needs, that's your mission. It feels amazing, but it's really hard to make a living. See? Each combo is missing something crucial. So here's the big reveal. Your Ikigai isn't in any single one of these intersections. It's found in that magical sweet spot right in the middle, where all four things, what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, all come together. Okay, so that's the theory, which is great. But how do you actually find that center for yourself? This isn't about getting one big answer overnight. It's more of a practical journey, a process of discovery. So here are 5 steps you can start with today. 1. Think way back to when you were a kid. What did you love doing before you worried about being practical? 2. Pay attention to what makes you get in that state of flow, where you completely lose track of time. That's a huge clue. 3. Really listen when people compliment you. Sometimes other people see our strengths way better than we do. 4. Give yourself permission to just explore and try new things with zero pressure. And 5, just start. Take one small action today. It's all about building momentum. And please remember this. Finding your Ikigai is not some dramatic lightning strike moment where the heavens open up. No, it's a quiet discovery. It's this gradual, gentle process of just listening to yourself and noticing what feels right, what feels true. And the benefits of going on this journey? They're absolutely profound. Seriously. Living with Ikigai is directly linked to having a longer, healthier life. And there is no better example of this on Earth than the people of Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's famous longevity hotspots. This quote from an Okinawan elder, wow, it just perfectly captures their whole mindset. It's not about trying to live forever. It's about living fully, with purpose, every single day you have. And their lifestyle is built on a few core secrets. First, they never really retire from the things that give them purpose. They stay active just through daily life, like gardening or walking. They build these incredibly strong social circles called moai, which are basically lifelong support groups. And, of course, they practice mindful eating. This brings us to one of their most well-known principles, especially with food. It's called hara hachibu. It's a simple little rule: only eat until you're about 80% full. They stop when they feel satisfied, not completely stuffed. And this one little habit is a huge part of their health and longevity. So as we wrap this up, if there's one single thing to take away, it's this. Your Ikigai, your purpose, it doesn't have to be some grand world-changing thing. It doesn't have to be impressive to anyone else. It just has to be true for you. So the real question is, what is that quiet voice inside you trying to say?